And now close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and get as relaxed as you can. If you want to do this by yourself at home, get some soft music with no words going in the background. And so now we're going to do some time traveling. So just think about, we have nowhere to go and nothing to do but this. We're going to be fully present, really concentrate on this. And I want you to see yourself going back in time. If you can't see it, imagine it, make it up. And I'd like you to see, those of you that went through college or some higher learning, see yourself walking back in front of your college and ask yourself, was college really great for me? Was it just medium? Or was it awful? And when you get the answer, we'll go on. See yourself walking, now all of you can do this, back in front of your high school. See your high school. What was it like? Was high school really fun and really wonderful for you? Or was it just average or medium? Or was it awful? I hated it. And now walking back even further, see yourself walking in front of your junior high or middle school. How was that for you? Really fun? Medium? Or awful? Maybe you can see the house you lived in when you went to junior high. Now walking back even further into the past, see your grade school, elementary school. And what was that like for you? Really great, medium, or poor? And see the house that you lived in when you went to grade school. And if you can see the house you lived in before you went to grade school, find your little self anywhere you want, high school, junior high, grade school, or before. Find a time when she was hurting, she was sad, or she was mad, or she was trapped and helpless, or she was shamed. If you can't see anything, make something up. Now see your big self coming down the time tunnel, down past the college, the high school, the junior high, and the grade school. Wherever she needs to stop, the big self comes in to the little girl who's crying or upset or mad or puzzled, left out. See the big self. What does the big self do? And what does she say to the little child? Keep the monster away. Ask the little girl how you can help. Notice the love supplies that she needs. Is it physical affection? Is it empathy? Is it praise? Is it explaining not to believe these sick people? A monster has them. Take all the time you want to help the little girl. And now after you've done whatever she wants, say to the little girl or little boy, how would you like to come up to the future and visit with me, or even stay with me? And if the little girl says yes, which she usually will say, and if she says no, say, that's okay. Okay, maybe another time you'll want to visit with me. And most of the time she'll say, yes, I'd like to go. And so you see the big self taking her by the hand or holding her and coming up past the grade school, up past the junior high, up past the high school and college, and way up to where you are now. And show the big self, will show the little girl, this is where I live now. And I would like you to stay up here with me, and I will be the parent who you never had. And we can go back and visit whenever you need to fix things. But I would like to put you in my heart, so you'll be safe up here, and I can be your new mommy and your new daddy. I will get a picture of you and put it on the wall. I will get a symbol, teddy bear, a doll, a pillow, or a child, and that will be your body for me. And when the little girl is fully satisfied, you see yourself putting her in your heart. She lives with you now. And if you have trouble with this, tell the little girl, sometimes a monster has me. I'll do my best to keep her away from you. I love you very much. You'll always be able to cry with me until the day we die. I love you. I love your feelings. They're very precious and secret to me. And as soon as you're ready, tell her she can use the big body to cry with. You love tears. Jesus taught us to cry. And as soon as you're ready, you can open up your eyes, come back to where we are now. Some of you are asking, can I go back several times before I open my eyes? Yes, go back as much as you want to. Fix 1,000 things if you want. It's not bad. So when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to where we are. Steph, can we have the lights? Get ready for the lights. It's going to blast your eyes. So now, that's a visualization. Let's see, how many of you had good luck with that? Almost all the hands. What was the favorite love supply? And most of you, let's just see by raising hands. How many of you, your little person, wanted empathy? About 10. How many wanted hugs? All wanted hugs. And then after that, how many wanted explanations? Yeah, of why not to believe the parents' negative, etc. Any other love supplies? Any kids wanted praise? Comfort, yeah, as shown by hugging, listening, such empathy. Comfort will take a lot of love supplies. Yeah, lots of kids say, will you play with me? Because no one ever played with me. And the big self, sure, I'll play with you. What would you like to play? Oh, we want to play jacks. We want to play. My little boy loved to play jacks because my sisters wouldn't let me play jacks with him because they said it was a girl's game. I can beat any girl in jacks, right? Yes?
I wanted advice.
Wanted advice. Number 5, love supply. He wants to know why. Why? So tell him. Best you possibly can. Yeah. Security as shown by?
Helping me to do something.
Yeah, that would be advice. Showing me how. See? Everything you say is going to fit in that love supplies chart in some way, if you love it. And then ask yourself if the favorite love supply of the little girl is still your favorite love supply today. Any of you notice that? Okay. So visualizations is a great way to recapture a little girl. Now, people say, how often shall I do this? What's the answer?
Whenever.
whenever you want to. And if you fall in love with somebody, how often do you want to talk to them? All the time. And so lots of people say, well, Dr. Eldredge, I just talk to my little girl every night before I fall asleep. Well, that's cool, but if you really were in love with somebody, how often would you talk to them? 3 or 4 times a day, or 100 if I could, right? And so be sure you talk to her whenever you feel the negative. Because every time the negative is coming up in you, it's your little girl knocking on the door saying, help, Mommy, help. Come back to me. And that's when you say, little Lori, is this like anything that ever happened to us before? Yes, this is exactly, help me, right? And then how would you like me to help you? Okay, you're next.
I thought I was good at visualization, but I couldn't connect with my big self. My big self came, and I was like,
Who are you?
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't trust my big self. She was just like negative parent.
That was your monster. So you got to work with her to help her know that this is not the self you think it is. And you may need to get someone you really trust, Jesus or someone, to come down with you and help her not be afraid. Don't stop going there, because she does not need to be rejected. Yes? Yeah.
I felt like my school thought was when I was like second grade, my dad was the coach of my soccer team.
Yeah?
And he yelled at me or something, and I was so upset. But instead of having my little self feel better, I felt more empathy for my dad.
Poor thing. Yeah.
Is that normal?
That's okay, but don't forget her. She's the number one concern. Keep doing them. You don't do it perfect the first time. Wait till you've done this 100 times. You'll get lots better at it. Yeah.
People like go to their childhood and they just feel like, no, their childhood was great.
Yeah.
As they got older.
So go. We have lots of patients who say, it's not working. I didn't get weird until I was 15, and people said I was ugly and fat, and everyone was getting dates but me. That's when I got weird. Then you better go back to her.
So don't go back to that.
Don't worry. Go where you need, wherever you need. Steph.
When the big self said, you want to come with me, and she says, no, I feel guilty for abandoning my family. What's the real self say?
What would the real self say if a little girl said, I feel guilty for abandoning my family. My mommy needs me to tend her. What would the big self say? You are not supposed to tend your mommy. You're not the mommy of your mommy. She's supposed to nurse you, not suck on you. Don't you dare, honey. I want you to come with me. See what she'll do. Assertive. She may not come this time, but maybe tomorrow she'll come. Okay?
I think my real big self would say, I'm your real family.
I'm the real parent. I'm the one who loves you. Right? Try a lot of things. Try all the love supplies, especially assertiveness, since you have trouble with assertiveness. Okay?
Can this be done in the present to rescue myself right now?
Sure. Remember, time travel, you're in charge.
Oprah Winfrey said a thing that, sorry, my voice has been gone.
Yeah, so is
Oprah
mine.
Winfrey said something that I love, that is, you did what you knew how to do. When you know better, you do better. And when I know that some of you have been talking about feeling guilty about doubting your parents or whatever, but, I love my parents, and they didn't do the best job, but they did what they knew how to do, and that helps me forgive them and also realize that I'm not bashing them. I'm just getting through how what they did affected me, and I'll get better and do better with my children,
right.
and so on.
You'll soon learn they did the best they knew how. Only trouble is they didn't know very much.
They didn't.
And so we're not going to believe they're negative.
Right.
Because what they did that was the best might really have hurt you. So
And you gotta go through that.
you
But don't
do.
think you're bashing
You do. No, you're not bashing. It's just the negative. We got a lot of hands.
Does that help us accept that we're not the best parents either?
Bingo. Right. And then we start telling our kids about the monster that's in here and help me with this. I'll go to my room and...
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Apologize a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
What about, like my little girl, when I connected in the visualization, she has a lot of dark secrets.
A lot of dark secrets.
Yeah, and she's numb,
Yeah.
she can't talk to me.
That's very common. How many little girls don't want to see? That means you have to be patient and say, that's okay, honey. You need to trust me. Do you want to play? And get her to trust you. And one day she's going to tell you stuff that will fry your hair.
Believe it.
Yeah. You know, one of the worst ones, I was sexually abused and I loved every minute of it. Am I a dirty little girl? Just you wait, Henry Higgins, right?
I have a problem with this, okay? My daughter was talking me about this visualization, and then she came up to me, oh my dear, she told me, do this, and that, and that.
And you should say, my negative was horrible, wasn't it?
No, wait a minute, that's the problem. I didn't know nothing about this either.
So get busy.
No, then my mother raised me the best
She
could
could.
my father.
Right.
And she said, your mother did it to you and you did it to me. I said, listen, I said, I forgive my mother and my father. They did their best. I don't have nothing against them.
You just
Try for me to do it.
you just raped her feelings.
Huh?
You raped her feelings. What you should do is listen and understand
Oh,
and
yes, I
don't
listened to the whole
defend.
thing. It was
Keep on
bad.
doing it. Don't tell her, listen, I did the best I could.
Bash me and bash me, and I said, Millie, no.
See, you shouldn't say no to someone that's cathartic.
What?
You should not say no to someone that's pouring out their feelings. You should do empathy. What?
That is not true. My father and my mother was the best father and mother for me, okay? I think nobody talk to my father and my mother because the visualization is telling all the father and the mother.
I see how you feel, but you are totally wrong. Your negative was horrible, especially to a little child.
She's not 25 years old.
But she's back in time.
She came from a counselor to tell me all these things on my face and attack me so horrible. And
You're not attackable if you'll get well.
I said, what are you doing?
Yeah, this is what she's doing. Try and listen to her. Quit defending yourself. If you defend yourself, you're guilty.
Depending on what?
What she's trying to tell you, she's trying to say, I hate your negative. I hate what you did to me. Your mother did it to you. And you should listen. You don't have to agree or
Oh,
disagree.
yes, she talked to me.
Just
After
listen.
She said that she quit the counselor and everybody because they were saying so horrible.
Híjole. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Anybody else? We're trying to make CDs, so be sure.
I just have a question. Is the real self supposed to come and fix
Yes.
things? I mean, that's okay, even
Yes.
though we're not supposed to fix things.
Fix is a good word if you use it right. Pouring in love supplies where there weren't any is called fix. If it has a negative connotation, don't say fix. Say repair. Say help. Say love. Whatever.
Like intervening, go and
Yes, intervene, of course, especially if they're getting hurt. These are good questions. Can you see all the excitement and why we've done it? This is powerful. The more you fight, yell, scream, the more it's getting you. Yes.
So we're allowed to use whatever words have the right connotations, whatever works for us, right?
Right, but be sure it's not your monster. Telling her she should be ashamed of telling me this. You dirty little girl, right? Okay?
So, you know when you said at the very beginning you don't puke your garbage on somebody that's
Right.
that you're with?
She shouldn't have done that, but some,
Yeah, so if you allow that to happen to you, like you just take that garbage from somebody else.
If you're secure and they're coming from a therapist, they've just done visualizations, let them dump. So you bet, I hate my negative as badly as you do. And they'll say, well, you weren't so bad.
I had a very funny feeling because, see, when I met my child myself, and I told her to come with me, the first thing that came to her mind telling me was that she couldn't because Dad wouldn't let her.
Yeah.
And then,
You hear that? She couldn't come with me because Dad wouldn't let her.
but I took her anyway.
Good girl.
But I kind of felt that I was
That's your negative. Your big self did just the right thing, especially when she loved it, when she was up there with you. And you might have explained to her, like Stephanie, you can come with me if you want. Your dad is not your boss. I'm your big self. I'm going to raise you correctly this time. Come on up and try it out. We can come back and help your dad whenever we want. So, yeah. Okay, let's go quickly because we have to stop.
Well, my little self didn't even know that big self.
Yeah.
Didn't even recognize it.
I know.
Sort of like, I don't know, why would I even?
Who are you? And that's when you have to say, I am your big self from the future. Yeah. That's when you have to get them to trust you. But some little kids come right away. Right away. Others you have to work with. Okay. Well, if you have any more personal questions, come up afterwards. Okay. Thank you very much for doing this visualization. Let's take a short break, and we'll come back and talk about psychology of romantic love.